everybody. Welcome to Live at 4. Mark is on vacation this week. Brady Mallory is with us once again. Feels like sweater weather out there.
It does, and that's what I wore to work today before putting this on.
Did you love it?
Yeah, you know, it's a perfect temperature out there right now.
I think so too. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Feels really nice. We'll get an update on the weather in just a minute. It's the day before the first day of fall. Fall Eve. Yes,
oh my gosh,
is.
Where'd that come from?
But topping our headlines, a sixth person has been hit and killed on a road that many consider far too dangerous in Madison. We'll hear what a city leader specifically wants to see change there.
And for the first time in more than a year, Forward and Colonel Haig are back where they belong. We'll talk with one of the workers who helped refurbish the statues. Plus,
the search is back on for Brian Laundrie in Florida as we are just getting word that an autopsy has confirmed Gabby Petito's death. We'll have more on that in just a second. Let's take a look outside today. Boy, the leaves are starting to turn.
I'm seeing more and more yellow and red all the time.
Yeah, this is such a beautiful time of the year, and it's just getting started. It feels like fall outside. Dana Fulton is on the weather patio. Hi, Dana.
Hi, I'm out here right now. It feels beautiful. It's nice and comfortable. It smells good. Angie Horkin's out here with us, too. So there will be food on the way in just a little bit, guys. Right now, looking over Madison with our WISC-TV sky cam. A few clouds in the sky, but my goodness, it feels really nice. Temperature-wise, in the upper 60s with dew points in the middle 40s, and our Doppler track nice and quiet. That's going to be the scene for us as we look ahead through the next several days. Temperatures across the board right now hovering in the 60s. Compared to this time yesterday, quite a cold pullback in our temperature trend. Dew points also lower, of course. A drop of about 20 points, 20 degrees for us in our dew point change over the last 24 hours. So not as warm, not as humid, and it does feel like we're starting that transition into fall. We'll start off tomorrow with partly sunny skies. It's still going to be a little breezy outside and cool for us. Temperatures in the mid-60s. This time of year, we should be close to 70 degrees for afternoon highs. So this a little bit below average, but you know, just throw on a sweater and it's all good to go. As far as traffic goes right now, we're seeing a few delays along the Beltline east and westbound. As far as the interstate goes through Dane County and downtown Madison, no hiccups for us this evening. Rock County looks good as well for the interstate north and southbound in downtown Janesville. No major delays. 25 minutes to get from the Beltline to Janesville. Middleton to Sauk City, about 60 minutes. The same goes for downtown to Sun Prairie this evening. We will take a closer look at your full 10-day and the lovely weather that's ahead in just a few.
All right, Dana, thanks. We'll see you in just a little bit. First at 4 for the 6th time this year, in fact, the 6th time since April, we're bringing you news of a person who was hit and killed on one of Madison's busiest roads. It happened shortly after sundown last night.
East Washington Avenue has become a notoriously dangerous place for pedestrians and drivers. Brad Hamilton is live near where it happened with what he learned today. Brad?
Well, Brady, we got a chance to speak with frustrated Alder Brian Benford, who says that this is a preventable problem. The latest happened last night when a man was hit and killed while he was walking on East Wash just around East Town Mall around 8 p.m. MPD says that the driver stayed on scene and is working with officers, but beyond that, we don't know many details. Between boosted patrols and citywide effort, Alder Benford says that he does believe the city is taking the right steps in trying to prevent this kind of deadly circumstance, but says that this now 6th death on East Wash this year is simply unacceptable.
I really commend them for really trying to address this issue, but ultimately, once again, it comes down to the drivers that use East Washington Avenue.
I want to clarify one point, that we don't know whether he was on his bike or if he was walking, just a pedestrian. I just wanted to clear that up. We don't know that detail at that time. That was a mistake by me. So the details are still extremely limited, as you can tell. Both the mayor's office and MPD did respond to our request for comment on this story, but both have said that the investigation is still very much ongoing, so there would be no further comment at this time. Now, we're still working out to find out how this all transpired last night, and we're also checking in with MPD to see how many citations have been given out over the past month, just trying to get an update on that for you folks. As soon as we find out that we will let you know. But reporting live in Madison tonight, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Brad. Now, the woman charged with killing her grandmother and setting fire to a house with the grandmother's body still inside has pleaded not guilty to all 4 charges she's facing. Elizabeth Durkee faces charges of first-degree intentional homicide, strangulation and suffocation, arson, and mutilating a corpse, stemming from an incident in June that started as a house fire until a body was found inside the home. Officials determined the person inside the home, later identified as Durkee's grandmother, was dead for quite some time before the fire because they found maggots in her clothing. She's currently being held on a $1 million bond. After almost 15 months, 2 statues are back on the Capitol Square in Madison.
The statues of Forward and Colonel Hans Christian Hegg were torn down June 23rd of 2020. Eric Franke is here now with more on today's reinstallment and the work that went into it. Eric?
Activists tore them down, Susan and Brady, because they said they represented a false sense of forward progress. The state then approved costs to make those repairs, and shortly after, off they went to Detroit for a meticulous repair effort. Today, a crane was used to reinstall those statues. The Forward statue had broken fingers, so they used molds from the historical archives to make new ones. The Colonel Hegg statue lost its head, so that was rebuilt from the mold of another Hegg statue near Milwaukee. Both had abrasions from being dragged. Forward also was splattered with paint. Both were sanded down and refinished.
So we tried to do them as close to original as we possibly could. And whenever you're doing restoration work like this, you want to do as little in terms of subtracting from the original as possible.
Those statues were transported from Detroit on Monday. The bases were fixed as well after sustaining heavy damage. They actually had to use a Jaws of Life type hydraulic device to fix the edges of the Colonel Hegg base. Total cost $82,000 for the repairs, a big chunk paid for by the National Endowment for the Arts, fundraising from the Wisconsin Historical Society, and also from insurance claims, which are still pending. Now, one man, Marquand Clark, was charged in connection with this damage. He's due back in court the 1st of next month.
Eric, thank you. This year alone, more than 300 catalytic converters have been stolen throughout Madison. If police can't stop the thieves from taking them, state officials are at least trying to make them harder to sell. Today, the Assembly Committee on Consumer Protection held a public hearing on a bill that would regulate scrap dealer purchases of catalytic converters. Catalytic converters are hot targets for some thieves because they contain rare metals like palladium and rhodium. There are also other problems that can happen when the converter is removed.
They'll accidentally cut the oxygen sensor that's right along, runs parallel alongside the catalytic converter. And then when that happens is when the people go and start their car, it fries out the whole computer system. So there's more damages than just the catalytic converter and the replacement of that.
In some instances, insurance companies refuse to pay to replace the catalytic converter, instead choosing to just total the entire car. The search for Brian Laundrie resumed in a Florida nature preserve today.
Autopsy results have just been released, confirming the body found Sunday to be his fiancée, Gabby Petito. Jerika Duncan reports from Northport, Florida.
Authorities resumed their search for Brian Laundrie Tuesday, using dogs and all-terrain vehicles to canvass a Florida nature preserve.
Terrain's very difficult. Essentially, 75% of it's underwater, and other areas that are dry we're trying to clear.
Laundrie hasn't been seen since last week and is wanted for questioning in the death of his fiancée, 22-year-old Gabby Petito. A body believed to be Petito's was found at a Wyoming National Park over the weekend. The pair had been on a cross-country road trip.
I'd like to report a domestic dispute. Florida license plate, white land.
This 911 call made on August 12th detailed an altercation between the two.
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off.
Police body cam video shows the immediate aftermath of that call.
We just been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because of your OCD?
He told me I needed to calm down.
No charges were filed, and the next day, the couple continued their trip to Wyoming. Authorities are not commenting on the evidence seized Monday from the Laundrie family home in Northport, Florida. Community members are adding to a growing memorial for Petito.
I just can't imagine having a child and losing a child, and here she is on a venture of a dream. It had to be a dream. Everybody just wants answers.
Answers they might not get as long as laundry is missing. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, Northport, Florida.
Outrage is growing over footage that shows U.S. agents rounding up Haitian migrants at the southern border. Calling this footage extremely troubling, the Secretary of Homeland Security is promising a swift investigation into video of border agents on horseback aggressively dispersing Haitian migrants. Texas Governor Greg Abbott traveled to Del Rio, where a makeshift camp has been set up.
We look forward to learning the facts that are adduced from the investigation, and we will take actions that those facts compel.
It's total chaos, and the Biden administration, they need to up their game big time.
The Biden administration, using a pandemic-era health rule, is expelling most of them, ramping up deportation flights, and what could be one of the largest mass expulsions of migrants from the U.S. in decades.
President Biden delivered his first address to the United Nations General Assembly today. In his speech, the president addressed a cascade of crises and declared America is back to help fix them, starting with the pandemic. In his 35-minute speech, the president promised additional U.S. commitments to advance the fight against COVID-19, and he'll follow up tomorrow with a virtual COVID-19 summit at the White House.
Bombs and bullets cannot defend against COVID-19 or its future variants. To fight this pandemic, we need a collective act of science and political will.
The president also promised to work with Congress to double U.S. aid to poor countries to help tackle climate change. He did not address the chaotic exit of U.S. troops from Afghanistan, but he did address tensions with China, saying that the U.S. is not seeking a new Cold War. The UN Secretary General warned it will be impossible to address some of the biggest challenges with the world's two largest economies at odds.
Well, September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and for the Center for Suicide Awareness, that means bringing awareness to the forefront. These are 900 pairs of shoes in front of the Capitol here in Madison, each one representing someone in Wisconsin who has taken their life in the last year. It's an annual event to remind Wisconsinites suicide is preventable, and we can all help. If you or someone you know is struggling with depression, stress, or suicidal thoughts, please text HOPELINE to 741-741 for immediate help.
The coming of fall means that the holidays are approaching and companies are going to have to hire people to help with the holiday surge. So today at the Madison Marriott West Hotel, several employers took part in a job fair. Companies like Epic, Exact Sciences, Quick Trip, and Smart Toyota were just some of the companies trying to get ahead of the hiring frenzy in the next couple of months. In many places, the pandemic has changed the skills needed to get a job.
From the candidate's perspective, from an application process standpoint, is the change of how to apply an interview for roles. Primarily at Exact Sciences, we do our interviews via Zoom. So moving to a video format to have an interview with an individual is a bit of a change. Luckily, technology has given us the ability to do that.
Employers reference that job seekers are being more selective now, trying to get jobs that align with their own vision, not just any company.
Well, it's already back to school season, and if you're tired now, just remember this keeps going until June.
Oh, that's great news. Well, that's why we brought Angie Horkin out on the patio today. She's going to help us whip up some back-to-school recipes the whole family will love. Angie will join us when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Golfland now offers 2 indoor golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play over 100 championship golf courses with unmatched golf swing data and visualization. Or play other sports and games using real sports equipment. The Vitense Golfland Simulator Suites provides a fun indoor entertainment experience.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra, not today, dry eye.
I'm Kendall Richards from All Comfort Services. And like many industries, the heating and cooling industry is suffering from a shortage of equipment and replacement parts for furnaces and air conditioners. And it's affecting our area too. So no matter how old or recently you had your equipment serviced, we recommend scheduling a tune-up today, even if it's with a company other than All Comfort. To learn more, give us a call or book a tune-up today at allcomfortservices.com.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of basic or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who've honorably served and their families. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Feeling trapped by your expensive cell phone plan? Here's the key. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Keep your phone and number with the same great coverage as the big carriers. Escape to a no-contract $20 a month plan with talk, text, and data. It's easy to connect. With our award-winning customer support team, no sleight of hand is required. Call, go online, or visit Target to get your new SIM card or phone today.
Vitense Golfland now offers the new Top Tracer mobile system. Track your shots from grass and mat tee areas for free from your cell phone. Record your golf swing with stats provided. Play games like Capture the Flag. Have golf range entertainment fun with Top Tracer at Vitense Golfland.
A former Theranos scientist testified embattled founder Elizabeth Holmes moved ahead with a Walgreens rollout of Theranos devices despite internal concerns.
She said Holmes knew about the failings of Theranos' proprietary blood analyzer machine. The scientist depicted Holmes as prioritizing the business partnership over the possible well-being of patients. Holmes is currently on trial for federal criminal charges, including fraud and conspiracy. She faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted.
Britain's Prince Andrew is facing a civil sexual assault case in New York. Court documents were sent to the Duke of York's attorney in Los Angeles, informing him of the lawsuit. Virginia Roberts Guthrie claims that she was sexually assaulted by Prince Andrew when she was 17 years old. Now, in the lawsuit, she said the prince knew her age and that she was one of Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking victims. Andrew has denied the claims. His legal team has not commented on the lawsuit.
The United Nations was rocking yesterday. About 1 million people tuned in to an internet feed to watch K-pop sensation BTS speak at the General Assembly Hall. The 7-member group showed a pre-recorded video where they danced through the building while singing their hit Permission to Dance. They also gave a short speech delivering a message of hope and encouragement, encouraging young people to get vaccinated. South Korea has appointed BTS a special envoy for future generations and culture.
Well, these two tiles might look the same to you, but you know what? One is actually whiter than the other. Scientists at Purdue University have created the world's whitest paint. It's even made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. Not only is this paint very, very white, it can help fight climate change. Researchers say the paint can work like an air conditioner. It was made to reflect 98% of sunlight, which is more than it absorbs. That makes the surface cooler than its surroundings. Most paints currently on the market only reflect about 80% of sunlight, and they get warmer instead of cooler.
I think it was the one on the right. That was interesting.
Yeah, that was your pick.
I don't know if I'm right, though. McDonald's is making more changes to its Happy Meals. Today, the fast food giant announced it will greatly lessen the use of plastics in its Happy Meal toys worldwide. In 2019, 2 girls from Great Britain started a petition toward McDonald's and Burger King, asking the companies to stop handing out plastic toys due to environmental concerns. Well, McDonald's took action shortly afterward in the UK and France by no longer handing out Happy Meal toys made out of non-recycled plastic.
The Biden administration is taking a swipe at the criminal aspect of cryptocurrency. Officials imposed sanctions against one exchange called SUEX, which U.S. officials accuse of conducting business with hackers. The sanctions forbid SUEX from having access to U.S. markets. This marks the most direct action the White House has taken against ransomware groups that freeze computers and demand payment through cryptocurrency, which is harder to trace. Treasury officials also issued new guidance to companies on how to avoid running afoul of U.S. law when making ransomware payments to criminals.
Well, back to school time always comes faster than you think. In the blink of an eye, summer is over. Tomorrow is the first day of fall.
Can't believe it. Well, the transition from a flexible summer schedule to a structured school week with early mornings and busy nights can be tough for children and for parents.
It's a big transition.
Yeah, for busy school nights, quick and easy meals sure are a lifesaver. Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here with some recipes to make everyone's life just a little bit easier.
Hi, Angie.
Hi, guys.
What are you making today?
Well, I think you really hit the nail on the head. I mean, I feel stressed kind of every month of the year, but right now, this time of the year, it's just a little bit extra stressful, just getting back into that routine. And of course, putting a nice, hearty, healthy meal on the table for the kids, for the whole family. So I have two recipes that I'm going to start with lean ground beef in, and they're both under 30 minutes, not many ingredients, very economical. They kind of cover all of the bases. So I browned up actually 1.5 pounds of lean ground beef here in my skillet, and then I'm going to add in a cup of yellow onion diced, and a cup of sweet pepper, just a red pepper diced, and then 2 cups of a marinara or pasta sauce. But of course, a pizza sauce would be perfect too, because we're gonna make these pizza cheeseburger flavored English muffins. What kid doesn't like a little pizza on an English muffin?
Exactly.
Even as an after-school snack. So I have 6 English muffins, and I toasted them, kind of just broiled them in the oven a couple minutes. So then when I get my mixture here complete, I'm just gonna add a little bit of dried Italian seasoning and a pinch of kosher salt, and that's really it for my cheeseburger muffins. And then I'm gonna give these a couple minutes, and then it's gonna get topped on the English muffins. While this is heating through, I wanna talk about my second recipe.
Okay.
Okay, so there's that one. My second recipe is Greek-style beef and cheese ravioli, and it's got so much flavor and so many fresh ingredients, but not many. So I just started with 1 pound of lean ground beef, browned that up, and then while I was doing that at the same time, I cooked a package of refrigerated raviolis in a separate pan, just boiled them for 5 minutes. So it's like the 3 cheese-filled ravioli. And then I added the ravioli into my ground beef when it was browned with 2 cans of Italian-flavored diced tomatoes, and then a cup of some olives, some black olives, and then just let that kind of hang out 5-10 minutes, let the flavors meld, let it get heated through, and then I added a couple big handfuls of fresh spinach to finish it off. And that's it. And then I've got some feta cheese to top on top, but this dish is so full of flavor and it's so fresh. You can't believe it only took about 20 minutes to make. So
yeah,
that's
that couldn't be easier.
Beef and cheese ravioli, exactly. So I've got this heated through. So you just want to top your English muffins then with your kind of cheeseburger pizza mixture, and then top with shredded cheddar and shredded mozzarella. And then these can go back in the oven just for 3-4 minutes at 400 degrees to melt that cheese. And that's it. Pull them out, and you've got 12 English muffin halves, 12 little mini cheeseburger pizzas that are delicious. Perfect for any night of the week for the whole family. So all the recipes are on beeftips.com, which is our Wisconsin Beef Council website. Click right on As Seen on TV. And we've got a lot of other.
Okay, Angie. Oh, sorry. I think we just lost your microphone there, but that was good timing that we got all the recipes in. If you're looking for the specific recipes, go to beeftips.com or on Facebook at the Wisconsin Beef Council. Now we're both hungry.
Yeah. I used to make those little pizzas, but mine were not quite as awesome as
elaborate.
those. Yeah.
They look really good.
Well, a marriage to last a lifetime. That's what one California couple has found.
They've been married 86 years, and we're going to tell you what their secret is. That's what I always want to know. What's the secret? That's coming up next on Live at 4. We'll be right back.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra?
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra, not today, dry eye.
Join Anytime Fitness for just $1 now through October 12th. Anytime Fitness gives you 24/7 support with expert coaching on all things fitness, nutrition, and everything in between. Now through October 12th, join for just $1. Visit AnytimeFitness.com today.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hard-working families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
Well, take a look at this. We've likely all kissed a few donkeys on the dating scene, right? But Vicky Schrader actually seems to like it. Oh, there we go. Well, you're watching Vicky as she gives a few kisses to Valentine at the Long Hopes Donkey Shelter in Colorado. After she stops, Valentine moves in to give her a smooch on the cheek. And look at it, even looks like she's smiling.
It really does, yeah.
Well, the other animals at the shelter appear to be waiting in line behind Valentine for their turn at some affection. Vicky is the executive director at the shelter.
Oh, that is so sweet. If that doesn't make you smile, nothing will.
That little donkey smile, that is precious.
Very sweet. I know you loved, I could hear Dana in the background.
I love that.
Does Penny need a donkey friend?
She does. I think that might be next on the list, right? The ever-growing list.
The menagerie, right. Just keep adding.
Oh, my goodness. It is a great day to be outside if you're with the pets or just out walking around all alone or with people, friends, whoever you're out and about with. My point is get outside, or donkeys. It's gorgeous out right now. A little cool with the light sweater. You'll be good to go. We'll look at your full forecast right after the break.
Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside. But if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on the inside. It's true. If you have diabetes, you know high blood sugar is the root of the problem. But that excess sugar can cause the blood vessels to be seriously damaged. And when that happens, this could happen: vision loss or even blindness. That's right. Diabetic retinopathy is a leading cause of blindness for adults in the U.S. But even though you can't see it, there is something you can do about it. Remember this: now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is an incredibly important part of your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Just say to yourself, "Now I see." Then go see an eye care specialist. Visit nowic.com to get the facts about diabetes, your eyes, and what you can do next to take control of your sight. Brought to you by Regeneron.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Again, it is really nice outside right now. Feels like fall, a little bit below average, but still very seasonable for us. And we're going to stay a little cool for the next few days. Overall, the forecast mostly dry. There is some chance for some showers passing through late Friday, but I think most of the 10-day we're really just going to enjoy some sunshine and cooler temperatures by early next week. It does get a little more mild outside, but we really don't jump up too much. That cold front that brought all of our showers yesterday now well off to the east. Cooler weather just building in with our breeze coming in from the northwest right now. The cloud coverage slowly pulling away as well. So while we do still have a few clouds overhead in Dane County, in general, seeing a lot of sunshine coming through for us. Radar is nice and quiet. That should be the scene as we look ahead to our overnight hours. And for Wednesday, we might see a slight chance on Thursday, but we'll look at that in our future track in just a second. Overnight, our temperatures will drop to the upper 40s, close to 50 degrees for overnight lows. So a cool start to the day tomorrow. Afternoon high temperatures will be in the mid-60s with sunshine coming through for us for our Wednesday. As we look ahead to Thursday, notice early in the day we're cool yet again into the 40s. In the afternoon, there is going to be a slight chance for a shower to rotate in, mainly to the east. This does look like it's going to trend more towards Milwaukee, but I wouldn't be surprised if east of Dane County, looking towards the very edge of Dodge and Jefferson counties, we do see a slight chance for an isolated shower to pop up Thursday afternoon. The better chance for rain really builds in on Friday, but Friday's really our only opportunity to pick up some showers. This dry trend continues as we look ahead to the start of October. Our 8 to 14-day outlook takes us into early October, and it seems very likely that we are going to trend below average with our rain chances. Tomorrow, high temperatures will be in the mid-60s, a partly sunny sky. A little breezy outside. Still, wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour, but it'll be the first day of fall. It'll be a nice, comfortable first day to fall. A slight chance for a shower on Thursday, mainly east of Madison with temperatures in the mid-60s. Friday's that better opportunity for rain, partly sunny skies with highs in the middle 60s for us on Saturday. And then we'll see a dry stretch heading into the start of next week. Temperatures a little mild Sunday, Monday in the low 70s, and then sunshine and near 70 degrees for the rest of the work week.
Look at that extended forecast. That is a beautiful stretch.
So nice outside,
yeah,
yes.
Good stuff. All right, Dana, thank you. Well, after 86 years together, a California couple is celebrating life as the longest married couple in the U.S.
Now, Jennifer Franco shares their secret to lasting love.
Togetherness.
That is 104-year-old Ralph Kohler's secret to a long marriage. September 16th marks 86 years of marriage for him and his 103-year-old wife, Dorothy Kohler. They tied the knot in Tekamah, Nebraska back in 1935 and have been inseparable ever since. Their nuptials even got congressional recognition last year. Ralph says he and his wife's bond has transcended decades, in part thanks to compromise that included their favorite hobbies from bowling to ballroom dancing.
We went down on Saturday and they were closed, and I thought, but she made arrangements for the next Saturday, and we was there for the next 8 years.
Dancing took them all over the nation and earned them hundreds of awards over the years. Trap shooting put them on the All-American trap team at different times, but in 1952, their son joined the action.
The only time in the history of trap shooting that's ever been, we're three of the same, we're on the same year.
The couple's inspirational love story is being celebrated not just by their family.
Thank you very much.
Members of the community also honored the couple with cards and gifts. As he reflects on his marriage, Ralph only had good things to say about his other half, noting how little they argued.
A sharp word once in a while, maybe, but it didn't last.
He and his wife's commitment to each other paved the way for their success and a big, beautiful family made up of 6 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, and 2 great-great-grandchildren. And as most wedding vows typically go, Ralph continues to honor his beloved for better, for worse, in sickness and in health.
He would just go and lay in bed with her because she wanted him next to him.
I'm Jennifer Franco.
So dancing and togetherness,
Yeah.
those are the secrets.
Well, in 86 years, a lot of people can't spend 86 minutes together.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. And you're right, he does look like Liberace, doesn't he?
Did anyone else think he looked a little like Liberace?
He did.
I think it was the hair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next on Live at 4, Consumer Reports helps us shop for a generator because nobody likes being left out in the cold.
And then coming up next hour at 5, why you might want to start thinking about Christmas shopping now. We'll tell you why experts are predicting a toy shortage this holiday season. That's coming up at 5.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
Save on your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Get 11% off on Menards' huge selection of Shaw flooring. Update your home with soft and luxurious carpet. Transform the look of any living space with durable laminate flooring. Vinyl plank flooring is waterproof and clicks together for an easy installation. Start your next project and start saving today with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need. And we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
We're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, local, hand-picked Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
Your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles that national TV ads promise, only better, because you're working with local agents who know the doctors, the specialists, and the hospital networks inside and out. You're not going to get that calling a call center in Des Moines, Iowa.
Don't get fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and they're free.
Tonight at 5, statues outside the state capitol were torn down last summer. Now they're back up. Find out how much it cost the state and the plans to add more.
Fall officially begins tomorrow, but Mother Nature jumped the gun by a day and dropped our temperatures by about 20 degrees. I'll tell you how long this cool weather will last in my first warn forecast at 5.
Then at 6, a 6th pedestrian death on East Washington last night. What authorities plan to do to keep pedestrians safe. That's tonight at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 4. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for overall excellence in television.
Whether it's a hurricane, ice storm, even a wildfire, power outages seem to be happening more often and in more places.
So maybe you're thinking about buying a generator to keep the juice flowing. While a whole house model can be very expensive, Consumer Reports says there is a less pricey option to power just your essentials.
Chris Stanford tells us what to look for.
We have it plugged in here. The cord's long enough. We just wheel the generator itself to outside.
Kelly Stoll and her husband had 2 small children when she moved to a lake community that had lost power for nearly 2 weeks during Hurricane Sandy. They wanted their portable generator to power their essentials during an outage.
The refrigerators, the TV, the coffee maker.
But they didn't want to run lots of cords through open doors. Installing a transfer switch allowed them to safely power much of their home. A transfer switch is like a mini circuit breaker panel that allows you to draw electricity from your generator instead of from your power company. An electrician can easily install it next to your breaker panel, and you can pick what circuits you want to run through it. On its own, a generator powers units that use a standard plug, but the transfer switch can power anything that's hardwired into the circuit panel, like a well pump, and anything requiring a 220 or 240 volt plug, like a dryer or an electric range. Consumer Reports says to keep in mind that the generator must be at least 5,000 watts to easily connect to a transfer switch and to handle the load of several appliances.
You want to make sure to get a generator that's large enough to power all your essentials, but still the smallest model you can get away with because you'll save a lot on gas.
Plan to spend between $200 and $400 for an electrician to install the switch, plus upwards of $300 for parts. You'll lose some of the convenience of a transfer switch, but save hundreds on parts using an interlock device installed directly on your circuit panel.
When the power goes out, you flip off the main switch with power from the street, slide this little interlock device up, and flip on this circuit breaker, which allows the generator to power any of these circuits here on the main panel.
Having a safe way to power your home helps you feel safe. For Consumer Reports, I'm Chris Stanford.
Thank you, Chris. And Consumer Reports reminds us that to avoid exposure to deadly carbon monoxide, you should never run a generator in an enclosed space.
Right. Always place the generator at least 20 feet from the house and with the exhaust pointed away from the house.
Yeah, a little common sense reminder.
As we get closer to winter.
Definitely. Well, coming up next on Live at 4, UW Health, Dr. Jeff Potoff will join us for his weekly visit.
He's going to talk with us about booster news and the Pfizer news regarding children. That's coming up next on Live at 4.
Get more enjoyment out of your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, receive 25% off sunrooms. This offer won't last long. Call today. Patio enclosures.
What can I do with less asthma? With Dupixent, I can do more yard work, teamwork, long walks.
Hi, Tim.
Game on! That's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent's not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function or better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection, and don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Hey, just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Home is where the heart is. And Feldco's here to make home even better. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. that'll keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. Buy one window, get one free now. And let Feldco get your home ready for fall.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. And in a clinical study, after just 1 day, 90% felt powerful 24-hour relief. So, be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Get more enjoyment out of your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, receive 25% off sunrooms. This offer won't last long. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
No accidents to report right now in Dane County. Always good news. A few delays, though, along the Beltline east and westbound right now. Downtown Madison actually looks pretty smooth for this time of day, as does downtown Janesville. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City. And we've added a minute onto the drive from downtown to Sun Prairie, 17 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dano, this next story is just for you. We know you're going to love this. Dancers swung into action at the Buenos Aires World Tango Championships yesterday. Does this bring back memories for you from the Rumba for Rainbow? They're qualifying for a tournament that brings together couples from around the world. More than 400 couples from 25 countries will participate in the competition, with judges keeping a sharp eye on the sultry dancers and their unique flair. The 2021 event also features workshops, classes, and exhibitions, with spectators encouraged to join the fun and shake a leg themselves. What is that word there, Brady?
Milongas?
Oh,
maybe? It's been a while since I've tangoed, so I don't know.
I guess so. Well, there are a number of developments to talk about today on the COVID vaccine front.
That's including breaking news on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, new information on its effectiveness and how it changes with a booster shot.
UW Health Chief Quality Officer Dr. Jeff Potoff is back in the studio with us. Hi, Dr. Potoff. Good to see you.
Good to see both of you, too.
Okay, so Johnson & Johnson said a booster shot, a single dose of a second shot, dramatically increases protection. What did the research show today?
Yeah, so what they're reporting is that if you get a second shot after your first Johnson & Johnson, it increases your effectiveness to 94%, which is pretty impressive. So what I think you'll see now is Johnson & Johnson doing that same process that Pfizer just completed, making a pitch to the FDA for why it might be reasonable to consider a booster dose in folks who got a single Johnson & Johnson shot. And because the numbers are a little bit different, we may see a different recommendation come out of the FDA. Maybe they'll recommend more people get a booster with Johnson & Johnson, or maybe they'll stick with that older, higher risk kind of mantra that they have for the Pfizer shot. But I suspect we'll find out in the following weeks.
When do you think this might be available? Because federal approval is still required, and they said the second shot within 2 months had the 94% effectiveness. Well, right. Most people got their first dose longer than 2 months ago.
Absolutely. That's why this is something that regulators will have to look at. You know, does it make sense? It's likely that if it works 2 months out, it probably works farther out, but they might want to see some data to support that. So I think you're looking at, you know, at least several weeks, maybe a month or two before we hear more about people who got Johnson & Johnson getting a booster shot.
Is this another set of good news to, you know, kind of pile on to the fact that we are, you know, getting closer to being able to vaccinate younger children as well?
Yeah, you know, there's so much news about vaccines right now. I think the one that you're talking about is Pfizer suggesting that their vaccine is safe and effective for 5 to 11-year-olds. That's a large group of people, and it's certainly a group that a lot of parents worry about because those kids are back in school. So we want this vaccine to go through the same rigorous process that all the other ones did. So, you know, Pfizer saying it's good, the FDA considering emergency use authorization, then the advisory committee on immunization practices would approve it, and finally the states would say, yeah, this is good. But that could mean that 5 to 11-year-old children are getting vaccinated by Halloween, which would just be a huge relief to all of us. As a dad myself, I would love to sign my kids up on the first day that becomes available once we know that it's safe and effective.
Well, that's reassuring to hear. You would get it for your 2 young daughters.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been following COVID for the better part of a year and a half, and I get it really good, and I'd get my kids vaccinated.
So the Pfizer dose for children is a reduced dose of the regular Pfizer vaccine. Is that right?
Right. What they found is that for these kids 5 to 11, when they're looking at optimal immune response, they didn't need the full dose. About 1/3 of that dose was enough to generate a really good immune response. So that's good news.
Yeah, that is good news.
We're heading into the holiday season, and a lot of people will be traveling. Any advice for them, you know, this time around versus where we were at last year?
Right. Yeah. If your kids are unvaccinated, should you be traveling over the holidays?
Yeah, I think it goes into this, you know, risk-benefit decision. So the one thing I would look at is, you know, the travel itself can be relatively safe. You know, even if you're unvaccinated, we have mask requirements, things like that. But then you have to look at, you know, what are you doing when you get to that location? Are you able to cohort with, you know, a small group of family who are vaccinated so that those kids have vaccinated people around them? Or, you know, are you talking about a big event like we're going to go to Disney World? That's certainly much higher risk. So I think if you have kids who are unvaccinated, hopefully they're vaccinated by Christmas. But if they're not, it's really reducing the risk that they are exposed to, which would be exposure to lots of people, especially people that you don't know are vaccinated. That would be the balance you'd have to take as you're trying to plan that travel.
Do you think getting younger kids vaccinated will be the game changer in terms of getting the upper hand on the pandemic?
I don't know if I'd call it game changer. I think the game changer is convincing all those folks who are unvaccinated to get vaccinated. That slows this pandemic right down. Getting 5 to 11-year-olds vaccinated certainly helps, but you know, the game changer are those unvaccinated folks, that percent of people who haven't yet gotten a vaccine. To get it, that changes everything.
Yeah. Well, very good. Thank you for speaking with us about all this.
Sorry, Brady, I'm looking over my shoulder.
That's okay. Can you hear me over there?
Yeah. Well, we're trying to be as safe as possible.
Yes, safety first.
Great to see you, Dr. Puthoff. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Same.
And we'll be right back.
Pretty roll playback.
It does a seamless leaf guard gutter system add beauty to your home. It's also the last gutter system you'll ever buy. It's guaranteed to never clog or will come out and clean them for free. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin? If you can help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent, adults saw long-lasting, clearer skin and significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
LeafGuard is the only gutter system to earn the Good Housekeeping seal, the leading symbol of quality, assurance, trust, and safety in America. And LeafGuard is guaranteed to never clog. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Tonight at 5, statues outside the state capitol were torn down last summer. Now they're back up. We'll tell you how much it cost the state and the plans to add more. And why these empty shoes are just sitting around the state capitol. That's tonight at 5.
Farming's in his blood.
Got a passion for it, or I wouldn't do it.
But when life got rough, this local farmer dug deep. Charlotte Deleste shows you how sheer will and some new equipment helped him get back to the land he loves. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
We are on Fall Eve, the last day of summer. A really pleasant sunny sky for us right now. It does feel like fall already, though. Temperatures in the upper 60s currently, with dew points in the middle 40s. Now, as we look ahead through the rest of your 10-day, temperatures should stay pretty seasonable this week. Overall, the forecast mostly dry, aside from a quick rain chance late Friday. And then looking ahead to early next week, we might see the 70s a few more times before things start to cool down a little bit more, heading towards October already. But we'll have more on that coming up later on, and we'll be right back right after the break.
One of the best ways to protect your biggest investment, your home, is to replace your gutters with a lifetime Leaf Guard gutter system, guaranteed to never clog and warranted forever. My team will give you a free estimate, and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
And Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin.
So when allergies attack,
take Allegra before your symptoms take over you. And for congestion relief, find Allegra D at your pharmacy.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
I'm Kendall Richards from All Comfort Services. And like many industries, the heating and cooling industry is suffering from a shortage of equipment and replacement parts for furnaces and air conditioners. And it's affecting our area too. So no matter how old or recently you had your equipment serviced, we recommend scheduling a tune-up today, even if it's with a company other than All Comfort. To learn more, give us a call or book a tune-up today at allcomfortservices.com.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentix.
4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentix. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections, some serious, and the lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Tell your doctor if your Crohn's disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentix.com.
When you replace your gutters with a Leaf Guard gutter system, you're getting peace of mind that your home's foundation is being protected, and you'll never have to climb that ladder again. My team will give you a free estimate, and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Wildlife researchers in Cambodia say they found 8 hatchlings from one of the world's rarest crocodile species, raising hope for its continuing survival in the wild.
A team came across baby Siamese crocodiles in a river at a wildlife sanctuary, a protected area in the east of Cambodia. The species was once widespread across Southeast Asia, but is now listed as critically endangered by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. It's believed only about 400 Siamese crocodiles remain in the wild, with most of them in Cambodia.